Hi, welcome to SBS Sports Picks. He's Mike Brenner. I'm Peter Loshak. This is the MLB Odds Couple show that we shoot Friday afternoon, taking a look at the opening lines for the Saturday card, August 13th.
Sure.
Mike Brenner, how are you feeling? You already have two winners from the Friday card, right?
Yep.
The Chicago Cubs game. Very nice call.
Yep, and they're up 7-1. It's in the seventh, so hopefully that'll cash. But you know what?
You like the Cubs because you expected Wainwright to get hit, and that is in fact what happened. So
they put him out in 2 innings. He didn't even get through the second inning.
Very, very nice. All right. Is there anything on this card that's caught your eye so far?
Imagine that.
A lot?
Chicago Cubs and the Kendricks.
Really? Okay.
Kendricks on the mound for tomorrow against Cardinals. And the Cards got Weaver going.
Yeah, Luke Weaver. That's not Jared Weaver.
Oh, I know. No, I know it's Luke Weaver. And I just think right now this is, and I said it in the Periscope the other day, Pete, this is a train rolling down the track and they're deep. Today, they have Zobrist on the bench. They've got Fowler on the bench. And thank God they got Hayward on the bench. He's the only one. But this is how deep this team is. Already got 7 runs. They're just coming together. They're one of those teams that reminds you of the Miracle Mets and all that. So I'm rolling with it. I'm going to be doing a first half run line and a full game run line. Or even just reminds
us of like the Red Sox earlier in the year. It happens all the time.
There you go.
These kinds of teams, right?
They're picking up momentum.
So what do you like?
I'm going first half and full game run line tomorrow with the Cubbies.
So because these are Wrigley Field numbers, they're not out yet. So first half run line and what did you say? Full game run line?
And full game.
All right. So we'll give you the Pinnacle opener on the full game and the Heritage opener on the first half. Okay.
That sounds good.
It's probably going to be a steep line. And Luke Weaver had great numbers in the minors, but we've seen guys with great numbers in the minors flop, especially in their first start. So
sure, and I got to throw this out because you know I love the edge, the angle on the psychological. All right, if the Cubbies can finish it out today, that's 11 wins in a row, the most they've had since 1931 or something in a row. All right, that psychological edge plays in. This team wants to heat up right now. They want to look like that team they were earlier. They're healthy. They're coming back. Solar's back. I love Joe Madden and the way he coaches, and I really think that's going to be an edge tomorrow. Because and again, St. Louis Cardinals, even though they're better on the road, this is not really a great team like they've been years past.
So with that being said, they're running up against a juggernaut.
Yeah, with that being said, I'm not jumping on a bandwagon. I'm jumping on a ticket cashing bandwagon.
We said this a long time ago. We were like, when the Cubs get healthier, they're going to be a good team to bet on. We said this many times in this show and in the Periscopes, and it's definitely come to pass.
Absolutely.
All right, well, I got a pick that I think might count as a big balls play at first glance, but it might not actually be that ballsy. Maybe just a good pick. All right, it involves the White Sox and Miami, right?
Well, what changed your mind from the big balls and no balls to
because if you look at like how Shields has done and Conley has done in the recent starts, they've gotten crushed. I mean, Shields is off of two of the worst.
He's looking like the Shields that we used to know and love. That was cashing tickets for us.
The worst 2-game run of any pitcher this year, except for maybe one of his 2-game runs when he first came to the American League.
He might be pulling a Lincecum pistol.
But he's also been very up and down, and after he gets crushed, that's not indicative of like long-term sustained bad starts from him. He can bounce back. And Conley, 2 bad starts, but one was at Colorado, one was against the Cubs, so they're both forgivable.
Yes, they are.
I'm taking the under 9 minus 105 in White Sox Miami. I'm expecting Shields. Well, not expecting. I'm hoping that Shields can have a decent start, 7 innings, 3 runs.
And if I'm correct, that's in Miami, right?
It's in Miami. Under 9 minus 105, and considering how they both did in their recent couple of starts, this is a big balls play. But I'm going to take.
Do you have any update on Stanton? Is he back in? Is he playing?
No, I didn't check. That doesn't matter. I think the line. It makes sense.
Stick with what you're doing, then, Pistol.
The line's a little inflated because of how they've done. So I'm going to take that. That's the first one I like. Is there anything else you like?
I do. I like Seattle tomorrow, buddy. I like Iwakima on the road against Oakland with Graveman is on the mound for Oakland.
Yeah.
And what I'm looking to do is I just think now that we're moving into playoff time and the cream's rising to the top, even though Billy Beane, he's got his Oakland A's famous for doing this at the time of year, getting hot and everything. I just think Seattle's going to get the best of them tomorrow with that roster, with that batting lineup. So I'm going to go full game money line with Seattle. Pistol
Best line shopping here at SBRodds.com minus 122.
I think that's good. What do you think?
I think that's an interesting game. Iwakuma has been a little bit shaky this year, but his last 2 starts at home were awesome. Yeah. And here at Oakland against this lineup, he might get a 3rd great start in a row. I'm not too keen to jump all over Iwakuma every start out, but in this spot, and again, Seattle's very lefty-laden in their lineup, and Graveman's a very vulnerable righty if he's off. So yeah, you might be right here.
Pistol Pete breaking it down. I love that. That just made me feel even better about my pick. Holy cow!
The only reason I held off was just because I kind of want to see how the game tonight goes. What do Oakland's bats do? But
and of course, when we're filming this for the weekend edition, we're taking that risk of not really knowing. Who knows what could happen the night But
then interesting game. You might want to pass. Let's just mention it. Clay Buchholz back in the starting rotation.
I got it.
There you go. He's been in the bullpen. He's been okay. Given a few innings here or there. How's he going to do here against Arizona? Obviously, gets a relatively easy assignment here against Arizona. Big favorite line for Boston. What's your take on this?
Well, here's my take. And again, I'm not a Buchholz fan. There was some times in the past where I faded him and I backed him, and he's really cashed for me. But I think that little stint in the bullpen is going to do him good. Here's what I love. I love Arizona. So what I want to take is Boston on the full game run line.
Okay, that will be we can give you minus 105, or you can wait for the Pinnacle opener if you prefer.
I'm going to take the 105.
Okay, right.
I'm going to take the 105, and Pistol Pete, I'm just settling with that right there, because here's what I think. They could pound Buchholz, but this is Arizona. All right, besides 2 or 3 batters, they don't have a lot of dangerous weapons, and I just think Boston knows it's time right now. We got to pick it up. So with Buchholz, he does well when he gets run support early. Yes. If he doesn't get run support early, this one might go south on me. But
I think that's smart. When you have a guy with high volatility like Buchholz, you want to take the run lines, because he's either going to get crushed and they'll lose, or they'll win easily and cover the other.
I like it, Pistol
All right,
Pete.
then we got Cole Hamels starting for Texas, make another start. Do you think anything, is that 10-foot pole for you? Or
well, it's not necessarily for Hamels. It's because the inconsistency with that batting lineup right now. But I think they might pick it up. And if I had a lean, I would say take it. They're at home, and is he at home?
Yes, Texas at home.
What's that money line?
It's -1. It's in the minus 180s right now.
Jesus.
I suspect that might creep up a little bit. We'll see.
I think so too. What do you think on that?
I don't know. Hamels been really good. Boyd's been okay. Again, Texas kind of like the poor man's Cubs. We've been they got healthy.
Poor man's Cubs. That's good.
It's the line is kind of like where it is.
And I just hate going against Cabrera. There's any given day he can knock 3 out of the park. I'm staying off it, Pete, because I'm feeling good about the direction I'm going. So.
All right. Is that all that you got?
That's all I got, my man.
Why don't you review it? We'll see if there's anything else.
All right, you got it. We're going to go the Cubbies. We're going to stay on that roar and train down the tracks, baby, with Kendricks on the mound. Cubs first half run line and the Cubs full game run line. Then we're going to go with Seattle full game money line minus 122, and Boston Red Sox tomorrow, full game run line minus 105. So I'm looking to keep this thing going. There's 4 picks, Pete. I feel pretty good about it.
Okay, I remember 2 second halves that I'm going to take here. I think I'm going to take Houston on the second half and San Diego on the second half. San Diego's playing the Mets, and DeGrom, of course, is great. He could throw a complete game, but if he doesn't, I think San Diego should have the edge in the second half, and you get a big dog line on that one. And Houston, McHugh and Sanchez, again, Sanchez, how deep is he going to go? He could go the whole way, but if he doesn't, I kind of think Houston, I like that lineup right now.
I do too. They're just clicking. I think I need them to lose tonight, and I think they will, because like you said, they're tired. But tomorrow I'm stepping off of that one. So.
And I'm also thinking about Baltimore in the second half.
Here he goes. I knew this was going to happen. No, I didn't.
You can always room for one more.
If you start thinking, then guess what? You're going to start betting.
Bumgarner, how deep do you think Bumgarner's going to go? His last start was good at Washington.
If there's anybody who can get over a mental lapse real quick, it's him. So I think he's going to be solid, Pete. But the bats is what worries me. Besides, Brandon Crawford, that shortstop, he went 7 for 7 the other day with 1 RBI. Holy cow!
All right, I'll just go with those 3: Houston second half, San Diego second half, and then the under in White Sox.
Second half slim. You can't stop them. You can only hope to contain them, baby.
Second half slim.
Oh, second half slick and Upper West Side slim. Yeah, I'll get it right.
That's the show for the Saturday overnights, the openers, and we'll be back on Monday for the Monday Guard.
Come on back.
So we're giving you picks every day, and you're probably making your own as well. Be sure to participate in SBR's weekly Twitter Bankroll Challenge. Just post your picks on Twitter with @SBRSportsPicks and the hashtag BetSBR before 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every day, Monday through Friday. We'll be betting your picks, and if the bankroll is positive at the end of the week, you could win the profits. Picks must be of events taking place that day and available in at least one of the major sportsbooks shown in our Best Sportsbooks page.